It's the Cable MTG Show.
Little T-Walk action. New draft. New draft. Time walking a Lutri kind of feels like something, doesn't it? Oh shit, what up? Hey, Dr. BB Man, thanks for the 5 months there. YouTube Warrior dropping by to give me some Prime. I appreciate that, Math. Fuck yeah. The love is felt. Anyway, we got a Jace. Anywho, Jace is good with Time Walk. I think you want that Lutri. I think you want, like, the chance to copy the Time Walk. I think that's, like, a high-value thing. Most decks, I don't think Lutri is that high of a pick. When you start with the Time Walk, it gets a lot better. You could take a Johnny. I value a Johnny very highly. You could take it and just, like, point yourselves in the Jeskai direction. You could take Emrakul or Retrofitter, I guess. We're just going to do this. So we already passed Entomb, which means I'm not super stoked about Grizzlebrand. What about Vivi, huh? This seems like a Vivi start. Do you take the Vivi, though, or do you take the Thundering Falls? Hey, E-Riot MTG thinks the 19 months there. Hell yeah. Jace feels more likely to wheel? What? Between Jace and Lutri? I don't think you should really be thinking about either of those cards wheeling, and I'm not sure you're correct. The only time you should really be considering wheels is when a color is very deep in a pack. And even then, it can't be like a bunch of draws to play that color, because people will read them as signals and snap them up as it goes around the table. Even if they don't end up in those colors, right? But if you see like 3 quality removal spells, you can be like, okay, well, not everybody around the table is going to be grabbing these. We can probably wheel one of them. But people just like try to think about potential wheels on like every single pick, even with cards that are like only going to wheel in, like, very rare situations, and it just, like, shouldn't be a factor in their mind, you know? You shouldn't be cluttering yourself up with that. So Teferi's the best card here. I kind of want to take that Quantum Riddler. Riddle me this. Could Ketria Triome. Could Chandra. I don't love the Chandra. Amped Raptor lets you see Time Walk a little more often. I don't know how much I like that. Should we go old school? Take the FTK. I think I like the Relic of Sauron here. I'm gonna grab that. It takes a lot of mana to Lutri copy a Time Walk, and Relic could set us up. A little Narset here, maybe. Hey, there we go. Yes, Flame Slash is a quality removal spell, and I was looking at red, but we're not committed to red, right? Just because we have a couple random duels. We're not committed to red, and Storm Chasers is yet another way to rebuy Time Walk. Potentially resettable way. Kind of wish I'd grabbed that Teferi. The 3-mana Teferi. That would have been cute with some of our cards already. Like this talent. Overvoltage says, what's up, turkey fuckers? Oh, you know. Fucking them birds. I kind of like Flicker Wisp here. I'm going to take Flicker Wisp, actually. We've just got like 3 things worth resetting. I think we could be in some kind of a blink strategy pretty easily with the Riddler here and everything. Is there a chance I would play Tinker? Maybe. I think there might be a higher chance I play Baleful Mastery. Hard to tell. Hello. I want to grab the Thespian stage to make sure that I get it. The thing is, like, it should wheel, right? Because we have the Dark Depths. And, like, everybody knows that somebody else has the Dark Depths. And it's not that important to our deck. Our other options here are Grim Monolith or Currency Converter. I like Currency Converter a good deal. Nice versatile card. Yeah, tricky pick. A lot of nice cards here. Ponder, Wheel of Fortune, Consult, Steel Cutter, and Coveted Jewel all have their appeals. I wouldn't take Otawara. I like Otawara, like, juicing up a mana base, giving you some value in your mana base. Replacing an island is, like, a very big jump. But I don't like taking it over, like, key cards that are going to just, like, make your deck actually work. In this case, we have Wheel of Fortune plus Narset. And then Steel Cutter would work really well, and Star Charts would be, like, a really nice filtering card. But I think Coveted Jewel is, like, a little bit better. Right now we have all this fast mana with the Mana Crypt, the Grim Monolith. And we did get the 4-mana 2/2. Like, that would be a really nice Coveted Jewel deck. But we already have the Narset, and we have the mana to play the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm just going to grab the Wheel of Fortune here. Starting to wonder if we're going to get enough artifacts from Mox Opal, huh? Starting to seem not crazy. The Gadgeteer, unfortunately, does not go infinite with Grim Monolith. We have the fast mana that just casting at all is not crazy. Looking at Cryptic Command, I guess I should consider Mind Stone if I'm serious about the Mox Opal. Oko spits out artifacts too, though. So Oko kind of works with Chromox and Mox Opal. Kind of dig that. Maybe Chainsaw belongs. Maybe I should think about this Breach. I'm gonna grab Time Warp here. I like the Chromatic Star, but I'm gonna grab this Time Warp. I did take Blightsteel. Show and Tell Blightsteel is not very good. Feels like this guy's live every day. Every fucking day, AJ. Every fucking day. Day 105. We have 260 more days of the 365. That's not bad. That's not bad. Cruising along. As long as my wife puts up with it. Oh, she was supportive from the get-go. She was very aware of like the limitations of my job and stuff, and like respectful of that, which I mean you kind of need, right, to have an adult relationship where you respect each other. I'm gonna grab that Trop. It's starting to look like an Emery deck, but this Trop is gonna help out the Oko a little bit better. How many days off will I take at the end? I don't know. Who knows? I assume that there'll be some time for the honeymoon. So I might not take like a bunch of time off like right after the 365. I might just take a day, have my regular schedule. Like it depends on like when but like sometime around there, we'll probably take a few weeks. A hard-earned few weeks. Very hard for me to pass a Fury. I'm just gonna grab this LED. We do have this Breach. Now we have LED Breach. That seems good. There's another draw 7 here. I really like what Wooded Foothills does for this mana base. And then Planisphere is interesting too. Lorien Revealed makes sense. Expressive makes sense. Yeah, let's just grab the card draw here. Feels like that mana ball could be sweet. You know, be sick in this shell. The Voltaic Key. This is in the cube with Mana Ball, Angry Monolith here, and a couple of other potentials. That Emery would have ended up being awesome. Fills up the graveyard for Breach. A lot of good things to rebuy. Already like a cantrip to rebuy with a Lantern. Oh well. So it's not a bad Spellseeker. It'd be a more exciting Spellseeker if we actually had the Brain Freeze for the Breach combo. But right now it gets Time Walk and Expressive Iteration. That's not bad. Jace is worth thinking about. Occult Epiphany is worth thinking about. Pyrokinesis actually got a lot better. Pyrokinesis got way better with the Lutri here. I think I just gotta grab this. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Campfire Studios, thanks for the 4 months. Thanks for sharing that Twitch Prime. There's Ephemerate for this Riddler, but I don't think our mana base is going to support white very easily. I think I'm just going to grab an Abrade. Gush is kind of interesting. Well, you go Gush before you crack LED when you're breaching, and it just like gives you more cards to work with. I'm going to grab the Abrade, though. Oh, we're splashing green already for the Oko. Let's grab Mycospawn. We can kick it pretty easily. And then it just like helps us put Dark Depths together. I think that's sweet. I like the Bauble. I'm going to grab the Valk. Mana's starting to feel good. We need like 2 more cards here. Because the blue tree doesn't count. And this is all mana. And we don't really have any filler here we can run. Maybe Battlesphere. I'm not in love with this Jewel either. Yeah, we didn't get the Kitten. It would have been good, but oh well. Planisphere is good. And then I guess I'm playing FOMO, maybe. You'd play Slick Shot before Battle Ball? Sure. I was just thinking, like, between the Mana Vault and the Grim Monolith, this is, like, pretty castable. I guess Slick Shot works well with, like, the whole Time Walk Breach plan. Okay, I do like this card better than FOMO. And the Mox Opal is like almost not a mana source, but I'm going to count it as one here anyway, because we also have the Mana Vault and Grim Monolith. There's a lot of mana here. This is 10 blue sources. Nice. Not bad. And then for red, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is bad. Oh, we get another land to work with. Is 8 good? 8's better. And then our green sources, we're just going to leave as is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. Yeah, that's fine for 2 green cards. All right. Oh, right, the Lucci shouldn't be in here. Yeah, I don't count the Dark Depths as a land. So we have a spot for one more land. Do we want to go up to 9 red sources? We do have Chandra. I do think 10 blue sources is enough. We have an untapped green for the Wood of Foothills to grab. Yeah, it'll be 10 blue, 9 red. I think that's good. Thanks for the Lutri catch. That would have been embarrassing. I would have like drawn it and been like, oh my fucking god. I would have been so mad. Let's see. Tomorrow's Friday. Oh yeah, I have an early stream tomorrow. I should put that in the stream title. Possible I should have saved this to be a prowess trigger next turn, or it'll potentially discard the Epiphany. I was thinking if they played a discard spell or a hymn to Tarok or whatever, and like it might be one of the cards that I don't want to get hit. That's why I ran it out. Dark Depths Mirror, you say? Could put Lutri to hand. Feel a little bit better about the Dark Depths now they have some 1/1s chilling. What would I recommend for preventing thigh wear through on your pant legs? It's an interesting question. Do you know how to sew, Badagaboosh? Sewing some patches would be the first solution I would think of. You wanted to stage their depths? Yeah, I don't feel like I'm in a super fast rush because I'm ahead on board. We'll see if I end up regretting that. Here I am without my mana for this Abrade. Kind of want to hit their mana. I just like leave the library, leave the field, just like hit their fucking mortuary. I'll grab my own, I guess. Oh, they're vamping. Do they vamp tutored for the strip mine? Interesting. Okay, so they have Walk-in Theater, Fast Bond, and Strip Mine, but they're at 6 life. And every time they play a Fast Bond, they lose a life. So they have a combo, sort of. Yeah, it's dead on board here. Can move on to the flyer too. I was planning on rebuying Lutri and having a copy of the Abrade. I wonder if that works. I wonder if you can use LED for that. I don't think you can, right? Because the Abrade would have to be on the stack, and I don't think you can companion to hand with the Abrade on the stack. Well, whatever. Dead's dead. I don't like this Pyrokinesis against them. I don't think that's where I want to be. I think Slick Shot or FOMO make more sense. I'll try the Slick Shot out. Interesting little game there. So this is what we refer to as a exciting draw. We can't turn 1 kick Microspawn, but we will be 1 mana short. Yeah, like 10 people said that at Ralphie. I responded when I saw it. I said I did not think we were in a rush, and we very slowly and measuredly won. It could have won sooner. It could have also, like, spent a lot of resources. Like, we weren't worried about them making a 2020. Kind of regretting playing the slick shot now. Because now my draw doesn't really work, right? The Moxible's turned off. We don't have enough mana to play these cards that were, like, very castable otherwise. It's helpful, I guess. I hope I'm not just playing this Lutri as a 3-2. Really regretting running the slick shot out. I mean, they might die to it still. I just feel a lot better about this board with the monolith in play. It's large bear. Sure. Unkicked here. So disappointing. Well, we're up to Time Warp mana. That's me to 4, sure. Okay. GG. And it's like one of the my least favorite things about my job. It's not a great place to react in real time and have people watch you and like internalize that stuff. You thought I'd already seen it? How? It was shared in the Discord? Yeah, I don't, like, live in the Discord. I know I'm, like, active there. If I didn't respond to your comment, I didn't see it, friend. Interesting. Epiphany and LED is, like, almost a thing. Takes 3 cards to play the LED. Just gonna be chilling. Oh wow, I did not have any basics left, Still leaving that Mother Runes up. Sorry, just taking a sec here. Because, like, copying expressive iteration might just find you a win. It's, like, pretty good. There's also the matter of, like, maybe I don't need to downtick Chandra to bait stuff out. Maybe I put the Pyrokinesis on the stack. See what they do with Mother Runes. And then if Mother Runes activates, then you, like, Lutri copy the Pyrokinesis. But I don't see how that makes sense unless you're just, like, pitching the Breach. Maybe pitching the Breach is fine. Opponent's in the dual tank. I was trying to figure out how to redo that targeting. I was like, I guess I'm just going to start clicking on creatures and see if that works. The Lutri was face up, yeah. It's difficult for the opponent there. Like, do you just, like, let me destroy their board? And then I get to use the Lutri to, like, copy my expressive iteration, you know? You're not winning that game either. I'm going to cut this Coveted Jewel for Battlesphere. Are sea lions like sea bears? I think being an omnivore is like a pretty big part of a bear's identity, you know? And hibernating. Sea lions are like more like wolves, right? I think they even like fish in packs sometimes. Or lions. Yeah, maybe they're more cat-like. Lutri says you can choose new targets. I'm aware. Why are you telling me that? I wasn't sure how I was going to choose new targets, but that was the plan. Trying to figure that out. Oh, somebody in chat was asking. Gotcha. I missed that. Apparently bears love toothpaste. Huh? Bears might be omnivores, but you know they prefer salmon. Bears fucking love blueberries. They're probably gonna love whatever they're missing, right? Nutritionally speaking. You found out recently the bears don't love honey. They're interested in the bees. Huh. You'd think they'd be down for both, huh? Again, probably depends what they're missing more. Boo. What were the Chandra's gonna do, huh? Probably pop the guide. You learned why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Is it because they enjoy the rich protein It's always a bad sign. All right, note to self: draw pyrokinesis. We got this. Slow, awkward draw this game. It was slow and awkward game 1, too, Sinaz. The opponent just was also slow and awkward. And they just, like, mulled a bunch and chilled on 2 lands. Gave us a lot of time. Looks like a mull to me, huh? Just cycle Riddler and then what? Kind of dig this. I don't know what I'm bidding land or card wise. Maybe it's supposed to be the Breach. I kind of like it with the Thought Scour here. It's starting to look reasonable. I think Companioning is a sorcery. I do remember when you didn't have to pay mana. Well, it's such a wild fucking thing, huh? I wonder what their hand looks like, huh? They got 5 cards, pass with 3 mana up here. Containment Priest doesn't exile Lutrine. Well, that's pretty bad for me. Kinda wish I had that Breach, We're in a spot where if we rip, like, Time Walk or, Time Warp, maybe Lutri does something. This Parallax Wave is just really awkward and just, like, saves all their things if I try to go for it. But we're, like, pretty close to dead. I guess I'll give it one more draw step here. I think I have to hold priority for this and do like 2 and 2 and then 2 and 2. Because otherwise the last token gets to exile Lutri as a blocker. If I like put it on the stack and then wait. This is 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Yeah, I think the Mother of Runes just wins there anyway. I don't really see a way to not die here. I guess it technically should have been 1 and 3, maybe 1 and 3 and 1 and 3. Yeah, it just doesn't work. None of it works. Because I just have to give like whatever one I try to kill of the big ones pro red, and then the last Parallax Wave counter removes my Lutri, and then just have lethal. Because the Luminarch +1/+1. Opponent's having a nice long think here. Protection timings. I don't think protection timings matter. You just have to like be really silly with your Mother of Runes. Yeah, it just doesn't even matter. Like, I was dead on board. They didn't even need to have the path. Aw, too bad we're on the draw here. I would snap off the Wheel of Fortune on the play. Just turn 1. Mulligan both of us, but I get 2 cards in play. All day, every day. Still gonna do it, but now they get to keep 2 cards. Kind of the card that I was missing last match. We had like Breach and LED, but like not really enough cards to pop off in then game 2 there. And then game 3 we had all the mana in the universe. And not really anything to do with it. You have a limited time here to get something rolling. Sure. I think we have time. I don't think we need to go too hard in the paint. You were wondering my opinion on Chromox in Boros aggressive decks in Cube. Is the card disadvantage worth it? It depends on your curve. Typically, yes. There's a lot of 3 and 4 drops that are like kind of replace themselves immediately, right? Like if you like Lelia Serve, or if you get to play that 4th for 1 more mana. Can I survive a turn without having an Academy and just stage the Academy? Cracking the Soul Guide Lantern means the Pyrogoyf is 5 power. They lose instant, and that's it. I think Lutri is supposed to chump the Pyrogoyf here with the Mana Crypt banging on my face. I was thinking about cracking the Lantern, but now I think I don't want to do that. Maybe I should have saved that to imprint. So the trick here is, like, you could take a bunch of turns with Time Walk, but the best answer to my own Mana Crypt is that Oko in the graveyard, but I don't have green currently. And it'd be nice to Narset wheel them. I just don't think that's going to be in the cards. I guess the Coveted Jewel could make green for the Oko. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to Coveted Jewel, and then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 mana. That's like 1 mana short of where I'd like to be. Because I could Lutri Time Walk, but then I won't have the 3 mana for Oko. Could lead on Riddler, see if that gets me somewhere. I'd have enough mana for everything I wanted to do if I could play the Jewel first, and I can't. Might just play it here anyway. I guess I just don't have the cards in the graveyard for all that, huh? Maybe I can Oko and Time Walk, and that'll be good enough. Well, that was on the stack. I could have abraded the Pyrogoyf. That would have been kind of cute. Nice to get a satisfying breach off at least, huh? Where's my fucking upheaval? Start to wonder about what's left in the deck too. We got that X-Spell that like also mills us. Dark Depths is already gone. gonna play this for 3, and hopefully that's okay. So that's something. And then the Chandra can just be a simple removal spell here. We're not gonna be like uptaking it, right? Unless it's literal lethal. Give them the jewel and then attack to give it back. We have 5 cards in our library, friend. I could have played this Epiphany for larger. Why do you think I did not do that? It's like +1 damage of a pyrokinesis. How much damage is this? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I can split it, actually. Hold on. Can you target 0 with Pyro? I couldn't figure out how. But this worked. I think I do like Pyrokinesis against them, even though they're kind of creature light. Odd little game. There's no main Pyro. Yeah, I think you have to deal... Like, I think you have to assign 4 damage. So I don't know how to assign 4 damage to 0 creatures. Interesting, huh? Old Narset Wheel of Fortune business. FDK doesn't say any number of targets. I don't think it's like FDK at all. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, ugly paintings. Assign 4 damage, can't result in you assigning 0 damage. Probably doing a good job of dumping their hand over there. Kind of wonder if I'm supposed to be pyrokinesing that Nettle Cyst. I don't want to, but possibly correct. Oh yeah, Kusabi. Glad you're having a good one. Got me. Still in a rough spot here, right? They can clear the Narset. And then Relic and Currency Converter is still worth a lot of cards. My turn might literally just be playing this Ridley. Oh, they're not clearing the Narset. Interesting. Fair enough. Just going for the old two-shot. Might make a lot of sense, especially if they have a counter handy. So the LED plays really well with Breach. I'm wondering how much I should be playing around counters and stuff here. Yeah, I think playing this Relic might have been super wrong, because now if they have a counter for the Time Warp, I don't have the mana to Breach. Doesn't leave me in a good spot. I think they've got the X counter spell, and they're just going to make sure I can't pay for Warp here. Which, again, would be fine if I could play the Breach, right? Because then I crack the LED. Then I would just like play the Breach and crack the LED, and that would let me bring the LED back, and then play the either Time Warp, probably Wheel actually, just start wheeling and dealing. There's just like no reason for me to play this Relic, right? It exposed me. I didn't need to. It felt good. Like if you're gonna like take an extra turn, it feels good to get that extra bit of development in play. But if you want to play around your opponent's counter there, I think the best way to do that is just like, who gives a shit? We've got this Breach here. And having drawn a counter if it's like they're holding, right? How they decided to like not clear the Narset and try to clear me instead. That's the sort of play you'd make if you had a counter spell and you're like, okay, well, I just need to counter one key card and then I can win. They get Lantern. Oh, is Lantern in play right there? That makes me feel a little bit better. Oh yeah, I forgot that it was going to have to exile it. That's pretty bad for me, actually. Just thinking about Chrome Moxing so I could run out the Mana Vault here. They also had Wheel of Fortune in hand. That's funny. So we could either imprint the Breach or braid the Ghost Vacuum. I think I want to just kill this thing. I guess it's also bricking the Storm Chasers, though. That's kind of real. Take care of your paintings. So I think the plan here might literally just be to Storm Chasers back the Abrade. Use that on the next thing. I think I want to Lutri copy this Abrade, which I guess means I'm just passing here. Still kind of want to imprint this Breach. crack Lantern at their end of turn, I think. It's not upheaval, is it? It is. Okay. I'm pretty cool with this. Pretty glad I didn't imprint too. Maybe I should be popping the Astrologians, actually. Yeah, that went way better, huh? Because that's like their one threat here. The talent can rebuy a Braid again. We know at least 2 of the remaining 4 cards are lands. Spellbomb makes the stage combo look a little awkward. Maybe not a priority here. Probably supposed to play the talent out, huh? Get some damage in. Not sure if running out blank Chrome Mox was the line. Well, the Thespian staging's got interesting, huh? But I'm looking for Academy with that Spellbomb crack, I think. Yeah, you got it. What's up, Bell? Trying to think if hitting a land here matters at all. Could, right? It could. Awkward thing is it makes me do this as a sorcery, which could also matter. Like they just have like Jace Bounce or something. Yay. Back-to-back 2-in-1s. Can we do slightly better? A slightly better job.